Sudarshan Chemicals, we are a pigment organization. Our vision is to be amongst the top 3 pigment players. Being a pigment organization, one of the challenge which is always there is about the environment and how we do not really spoil the carbon footprints. So consistent work on that has been happening in the organization. We thought that it is not just about the vision of the organization, but what do we really exist for? So that is where the whole idea of creating a larger purpose came in. So the larger purpose of Sudarshan Chemical is growing together by being spiritually fulfilled, socially just and environmentally sustainable. The history goes something like this, that the spouses of the leaders came together and they felt that they need to contribute across in the communities out there and actually identified the needs of those communities. And from those needs came the 4 areas in which Sudha operates, or in which also our CSR strategy has been created. These 4 arms are around women empowerment. Here we run projects which are empowering the woman to become independent. Then the second area in which we operate is education. This is towards making the communities much more educated and underprivileged, where the education is a big challenge, making that a focus area. The third area is around environment, which obviously is also linked to what we are into and how we don't leave carbon footprints. And the fourth area is around health, because health is always a challenge. So the idea was that charity begins at home. So most important is that we contribute to 10 kilometers arena. So whatever projects which we pick up, these are in 10 kilometer vicinity of the projects which we are into. So production units in Roha, production unit in Mahad, all villages which are in 10 kilometers arena, those are the ones which we pick up, and in these 4 arms we work. One of the spouses was very passionate about working on the women empowerment area. So when we were doing need-based study, one of the interesting things which they found was that the women in these areas, first of all, were just they were being at home.
मला खूप शिकायचं होतं, पण गावाकडे कसं शिकू देत नाहीत ना, म्हणून वडिलांनी लवकर लग्न केलं. माझं लग्न 9वीतच झालं.
पहिले तर गृहिणी होती, हाऊसवाईफ. काहीच करायचं नाही, म्हणजे घरातले कामं करायचो, जेवण स्वयंपाक वगैरे, आपल्या टाइमपासला काहीच नव्हता.
Now the free time which the women typically gets is post the men have gone out, and then children have been fed after they have come to the school. So it's like that 2 to 4 or 5 p.m. kind of a time when they are free.
त्यावेळेस मला बाहेर म्हणजे दुकानात कोणती वस्तू कितीला भेटते ते काहीच माहित नव्हतं, कारण मी बाहेरच पडत नव्हते.
One other thing which we observed is that these women are not really educated women. So you cannot do a project where it requires them to be educated. It has to be something which is to do with skill, and which is a skill which can be worked upon at home.
माझी घरची परिस्थिती खूप बेकार होती, म्हणजे एकटा माणूस कमवणार आणि घराचं भाडं आणि पोरगं लहान होता.
So this required us to actually go beyond just the women. It was about convincing the whole family.
स्टार्टिंगला 7 लेडीज होते पेपर बॅग बनवताना. तर 7 लेडीजने खूप ह्याच्याने जिद्दीने केले, त्या लेडीजने सोडलेच नाही की आम्हाला फायदा पण नाही झालाय, तरी पण आम्ही केले.
सुरुवातीपासून काय ह्या ज्या पिशव्या आल्या होत्या ना, आम्ही ज्यावेळेस पिशव्या केल्या तर आम्हाला 10 पैसे नव्हते आले. पहिल्या वेळेला पिशव्या आम्ही फुकट दिल्यात करून, काही नव्हतं आलं आम्हाला. तरी पण आम्हाला मॅडमने एवढा धीर दिला का तुम्ही करत राहा, तुम्हाला काहीतरी होईल.
Also there was no faith from the women's side that how is this really going to help. But when they started seeing that after the training some work started coming, money started flowing, that is when the conviction around this whole project came in. so many things were happening outside the women. This whole project created a transformation within the women.
कुणाशी बोलायचं बोललं का मला एवढी भीती वाटायची ना, खूप भीती वाटायची. आता जसं मी तुमच्या समोर बोलते तसं मला बोलण्याची एवढी डेअरिंग नव्हती.
This whole project brought a lot of economic stability to the women and also the family around.
म्हणजे पहिलं कसं होतं, आता काय जायचं सर हॉलला जायचं किंवा आपल्या स्वतःला काही खरेदी करायची असली तर पहिलं मिस्टरांकडून पैसे मागावे लागायचे. आता कशा लेडीज स्वतःहून कमवतात ना, 3-4 हजार तर मंथली त्यांना भेटतंच पेमेंट. त्याच्यामुळं त्या कुठेही स्वतः एन्जॉय करू शकतात ना जाऊन.
Also, when you start dealing with the banks, you have to step out of the house, you have to go and meet people out in the bank and operate your bank. So it gives a lot of confidence also from the perspective that I can manage my own self and I can manage my own finances.
जरी मला चेक भरता येत नाही पण मी कोणाला पण सांगते चेक भरून द्या, मी पैसे काढून आणते आणि मोठी फुगून घरी येते की मी काय बँकेतनं आली. खरंच मला काही येत नव्हतं, काही नाही, पण मला पिशवीपासून बरंच काहीतरी समजते की कुठं जावा येवा बँकेत जावा.
स्टेज डेअरिंग अजिबात नव्हती. आणि बाहेर पुणेला मुंबईला स्टॉल वगैरे असतात काय काय ठिकाणी, ते जाऊन तिथं बोलायची हे पण नव्हती, हिंमत नव्हती. तर आता तर खूप हे झालं आहे, बदल झाला आहे की आपण पुढचा माणूस येतो आहे, आपल्या कामाचा काहीतरी विचारतो आहे आणि आपल्याला बोलता येतो आहे, ते खूप मोठं हे झालं आहे.
Different religions, communities, caste coming together and interplaying each other and creating that unity which is very unsaid and untold. So actually I would talk about it more from human beings and human element coming together to really actually empower their own selves and helping with camaraderie as women to really grow and blossom in an environment out there.
मला खूप अभिमान आहे सुदर्शन कंपनीचा की अशी कुठंच कंपनी नाही की जी आधी दुसऱ्याचा विचार करते नंतर आपला ती.
कधी विचार केलं पण नव्हतं का मी एवढं म्हणजे पुढे जाईन किंवा 4 लोकांमध्ये बोलणं वगैरे असं हे होईल माझ्याशी म्हणून. पण असं मनाला वाटते सुदर्शन कंपनी नसती तर आम्ही इथपर्यंत पोचले नसतो.
We have women who are empowered, who are centered, who are happy. We have employees who have engaged themselves. We have stakeholders of the community who are coming together to really make it happen. And the whole organization and the environment together is coming together. And that is what our whole purpose is, of growing together by being spiritually fulfilled, socially just and environmentally sustainable. With Sudarshan, this is something which we are trying to portray through this whole project of paper bag.